Good morning, everybody. It is Weigh-In Wednesday. Welcome back to Cat on Point. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Okay, so let's get right to it. I hopped on the scale and I had to change the batteries because it said low battery. Then after I changed the batteries, I hopped back on the scale again, and I have lost 3 pounds this week. So yeah, I'm thrilled about that, but it makes me think too. At first I'm going, oh, that's a lot, because really shooting for 1 pound this week. So I am thrilled about it, but at the beginning, it's early days yet. So I think I'm going to push through and keep going rather than adjust my calories to be a little bit more. I want to see where this is going to go at first, and hopefully it doesn't stall me out. I think alternating my days of minus 250 calories one day, minus 500 the next day, and to keep going, I think that's really helping because I can't see minusing 500 calories on every day. That would just be insane to me, and I think I would be hungry all the time. What I'm finding is after I have a minus 500 calorie day, yes, I wake up in the morning, the next morning, and I'm pretty hungry, and my stomach's growling like right now. Yesterday was a minus 500 calorie day. And what am I minusing that from? I'm minusing that from 1850, which is my recommended maintenance allowance according to the calorie calculators. And I always have one down in my description box if you want to poke around and see for yourself where you're at and maybe what your caloric need might be and where you might need to cut. So what I started doing was I have this pink binder here. I use my WW app, and so I'll put all my food in so I can see the points. But before I add and say track food, I go down to the nutritional information and I look at the calories there, and then I take those calorie counts. I was keeping them on these things, but they got kind of messy. And then so I just switched to a binder and I put all of my caloric information here. And so I've been keeping them here in the binder, keeping track. And I don't want to do this forever, but I'm going to continue to do it for now. And the reason why is because I've realized I am not used to the amount of calories that I need to be in and the foods that I need to choose instead of the ones that I was choosing that were tripping me up. Because I would have like what I thought was a perfectly balanced meal and low points and everything. And yes, maybe there would be a snack, or maybe I would forget to count the cream and the milk in my coffee. Maybe I would have too much trail mix, right? And I didn't really want to be honest about that. 2 points of trail mix is like 1/8 of a cup, which is like almost nothing really in regards to, as trail mix goes. If you get a prepackaged packet of trail mix, they come in little packs sometimes, you're looking at 4 or 5 points for that. And so that was just, needless to say, I've been staying away from it because it doesn't really fit into what I'm doing now. So I am having to make snack choices that are alternate, that I know that I'm going to stay full on, that are going to have protein and fiber, and that they're going to give me the nourishment that I need so that I don't go hungry. I don't want to walk around weak feeling and, tired and yawning because I'm so hungry. As it is, I'm finding that when I have a cut 500 calories, that would bring me down to 1350 calories. And still I'm able to do a lot on 1350 calories. I just have to really make use of my vegetables, my free foods, my high proteins. And I go for the lower fat proteins because those are going to be less calories, right? And I end up maybe, when we go out to eat, fish, shrimp, and chicken is always the better option for me when we go out. On the minus 500 calorie day, on the minus 250 calorie days, it brings me down to 1600. And so I'm like, yay, this is a 1600 day. It gives me a little bit more wiggle room. Now, when I have a cut 500 calorie day, The next morning, I'm finding that I'm quite hungry. And yesterday was a minus 500 calorie day. And this morning, my stomach is growling. So I'm going to go put together probably some oats. I'm not quite sure yet, but something that's going to fill me up. Now, since I've been choosing foods for myself that are going to be working on my plan here, and I've been making food for myself, subsequently, I'm also making food for my husband, which, he'll have different foods from time to time, but he's essentially eating the same as me, only maybe a little bit more because he's a man, so he has more muscle mass. He actually lost 2.5, like 2.4 pounds this week, and he was quite surprised, and he was asking, why on earth did this happen? I don't know if you can hear my stomach growling, but it's going nuts. And I told him, we've essentially been eating the foods and the choices that I've been eating. So yeah, I guess, I guess this happened to you too. So needless to say, we're both really glad about that, and we're going to push through. Now, in the coming week, we're going to be going somewhere that is a lot of temptation. So I will let you know when that happens, how we handle that. We're going to do the best that we can and just keep pushing forward. Oh, now somebody had asked about the exercise that I was doing while on Weight Watchers. And actually, yeah, I think you might be interested in that, because if this is if I've lost 3 pounds this week, it might make you think, what have you been doing as well, physical, to maybe make that happen. I am really thinking that this is all food choices, mostly food choices, because what I'm doing is almost every day I try to get on the treadmill and do at least 30 minutes of walking. And I'm still getting over the knee surgery, so I'm not going very fast. I mean, I'm talking 2.5 is comfortable for me right now, which is not very fast, but I'm going and just trying to do that every day. But I think I missed about 2 days this week where I didn't do that. I did do Pilates one day. It's just Pilates is about an hour. If I do Pilates, it will be an hour. And I use my Pro Pilates chair at home, so I don't go down to a studio and, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is that my exercise is very moderate, but it's something every day. About a half an hour. It's just important to move. If I could pull up a Paula B video, she does moderate exercise. She's amazing. Her exercise is about 25 minutes or so. I'll do that. So not a lot. I don't do insanity anymore. I don't do crazy stuff because my knees and my hips don't like it. So I try to do things that are a little easier on them. I love my bike, but it's been raining a lot lately, so I haven't been out on a bike ride for a while. But yeah, so it's very, very moderate. So I would have to say the weight loss is about the food. It really is about the food and having that caloric deficit. And if I'm moving for health and to keep my bowels moving and things like that, for my health, right? For other reasons, cardiac health and things like that. I do very light weights right now, and I think I'll show you some of the moves that I make with my arms because I'm trying to tone them so that they look better in short sleeves. So anyway, guys, I'll show you 2 days of meals, last 2 days. And then if you have any questions, please put them down below. I'd love to answer them. And I really am enjoying your feedback and you letting me know what you're doing. I love it when everybody shares information on here because we can all glean and learn from it. So I really want to thank you today, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous day, and I will see you soon. Okay, good morning. This morning I'm having 1 egg, 2 egg whites, and I took half a cup of dry oats, which I cook with 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. I normally do that, and I use the Hungry Girl growing oatmeal method, which is to add maybe twice as much or even a little bit more of that water or liquid to the oats so that they grow that much extra and they fluff up, and it just makes you feel like you're getting a huge amount of food. I do cook half of an apple, which I cut up and I cook it with the oats, and then I save the other half to cut on top for cold crispy apples, and I used 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds. Now on this day I did add a tablespoon of flaxseed meal, which is going to increase my calories. So if I'm going to add that, if I add a little bit of raisins, maybe a tablespoon of raisins, I'm going to be up quite a bit. All right, I did use 2 or 3 tablespoons of the nut pods, and then I took the kids to Red Robin for lunch. Okay, Red Robin. Red Robin is a restaurant here. The kids love it because they can get pizza, you know, all the kid type food. But one of the big deals is they have all you can eat steak fries, which they bring to your table like as soon as you sit down. And if you've seen steak fries, you know they're like the really big fat flat fries, and they are so good and so hot and so fresh, and they'll bring dips with them, right? And that's absolutely complimentary. All right, in the past I have had such a problem with those steak fries because they are absolutely my favorite kind of French fry. But what I did this time was I put them in my tracker and I counted 2 fries, and you guys, steak fries are pretty good size. I counted 2 fries and how much were they? I don't want to say, I think they were 4 points or something. Whatever it was, I counted them and I counted the calories and I said, that's it. Well, since they're kind of big, I broke them up into like 6 pieces each, and I just ate those I enjoyed every last little bit of them. And that was it. I kept it at 2 fries, counted them, counted the calories. And then when I was ordering, now they have something on the menu that says you can get, it looks like lighter fare, and it says you can get this 2 chicken breasts with like a little garden salad or something, and it was actually quite pricey. I did get it a long time ago, and I thought 2 chicken breasts, that sounds like a lot, and I think they say it that way to make it sound like you're getting a lot. And I said, no, just bring me 1. This wasn't the other day, this was a long time ago. And they brought me 1. I have to say, it was the smallest chicken breast I've ever seen. And therefore, it kind of overcooked and was a little dried out. And I thought, this is terrible. And the salad wasn't even a good size. It was like not even my handful of salad on the side. So there was more plate than anything else. And I thought, this is a bummer. And I didn't want to do that this time. So they do have a salad, and I forget, I think it's a chicken Caesar salad. Get the chicken Caesar salad. And what I did was I just moved over now it does come with cheese, so you can tell them to hold the cheese if you want. I let them put it on, and I ate very little of it. And I took all my croutons off. I always take my croutons off the salad right away, and I push them to the side because those are more calories and more points than I want. I don't like croutons that much, so it's not like I'm willing to, go to bat for them. It's like, no, my kids like them, so I gave them to somebody else. And there was more than enough. There was like a good 3 ounces of perfectly grilled chicken breast on top. And of course it came with the romaine. And so it really filled me up. So that, I would get that for sure. And I had the 2 fries and I did well. I was so proud of myself for not going bottomless, fry crazy. All right, I have these little popsicles here, and I had 1 of these. Now, a serving size is 3, but if you have 1, it's just 15 calories, so I just had 1. All right, dinner came kind of quick, and I just threw one of the Trader Joe's whole wheat pizzas in the oven. I'm having, and this isn't with fat-free cheese, so it kind of added up a little bit, and then 9 turkey pepperonis. So it was like 5 points just for a 1/4 cup of the cheese. And then I'm having a mixed green salad with 1/4 cup of blueberries, a little bit of reduced fat blue cheese, and pumpkin seeds, and some good balsamic vinegar. I needed a dessert. Guess what I went for? A date. It might not look like a lot, but it sure does the job. All right, my breakfast on Tuesday, the day before weigh-in, is one of these Food for Life Ezekiel breads, Ezekiel 4:9. It is 1 point, and I believe it's 80 calories. So I'm just having one egg, 1/2 cup of egg whites, and 1 cup of almond milk, unsweetened, 1 cup of blackberries with a few blueberries, and I'm going to have about a teaspoon of this raspberry Bellini by Skinny Girl, 0 points, on my toast. Lunchtime! I am using an Olay wrap with 1 Laughing Cow cheese spread on it and 2 slices of this forest ham from Sam's Club. And I rolled that up, cut it into little pieces. I'm using 1 package of the sea salt pop chips for 100 calories and some of my 1-point chicken soup for a side on that. And then I needed to go somewhere, so I used 1/2 cup of this non-fat Greek yogurt, half of a banana, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds. Now with the yogurt, I mixed in 1 teaspoon of sugar-free raspberry jello. Then I had to go somewhere, and I only had time to grab a pita, whole wheat pita, 2 tablespoons of PB Fit in there, and I threw in a cut up apple, and a half of an apple, and then 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk.